Yes, we're going to start with Alex Simon from the Next.
Hi, Sandy. I know you've been very blunt and honest about your guys' problems with defensive rebounding in particular, and the stats obviously bear it out. Is there anything that you can do as a coach to try to coach up better defensive rebounding, or is it kind of just a commitment and buy-in thing from the players?
Yeah, look, you've got to look. I mean, there's still, obviously practice time, and we're not getting into a rebounding drill. It's more of a focus thing, but usually it's muscle memory, and they just got to coach himself out there. When we're locked in on that side, usually we're pretty good, and when we get a little bit more relaxed, that's when, we get beaten a little bit. But it's finishing plays. I mean, that's a mindset. So, hopefully, because obviously we didn't do any rebounding drills in between, but hopefully we can do a better job tonight.
Well, and I guess in particular, too, obviously teams love to run, and you guys are no different. You want to get out and move the ball. But is there maybe a thought that if you're willing to tell people don't worry about running, we're really good, and you guys are really good in the paint, in the half-court offense, is that maybe a thought of, hey, we maybe don't need to push it as much if we can focus on the defensive glass?
Yeah, and to be quite honest, we actually haven't been pushing it as much as we have in the last year. I think we're 11th in pace, so it'd be nice to get out if we could secure the rebound and get out and run. I think we can still do that. But look, at the moment where, we're playing pretty controlled in that regard. And, we just, it's a mindset. There's areas when we were able to practice it, and we did, we focused on that. We punished it and all that kind of stuff. But, you're a professional at this league. You should have that responsibility and know you got to do it.
Next up is Ann Myers-Drysdale.
Hey, Sandy. So I've been listening to some of the comments that Cheryl Reed made about the game afterwards, and just not our game, but also throughout the season, that she feels that her team is not getting to the free throw line. As a matter of fact, you guys held them to their lowest at only taking 9 attempts at the free throw line. So obviously they're going to come out a lot more aggressive and trying to get calls. Does it change your mindset? But how do you go about, you guys getting to the line rather than them?
Yeah, I mean, just staying aggressive, Annie. And I think that's something that we have done well, getting to the free throw line. We haven't been shooting a great percentage, but we've been getting there. So there are areas and other areas that we can continue to work on. It's just we keep talking about foul discipline. And it's also understanding what the officials are calling. They're all different. You go into a game, you kind of know if they're letting things go or they're being really aggressive. So let's try. We have to adapt because, they're not going to adapt to us. We have to adapt the way that we're being officiated in that game. And being on the front foot, that I think that's the most important thing for us. But knowing, going in, obviously Minnesota really, pack it in, we just want to keep moving the ball. Situations in the last game, it was a good shot, but if we moved it, we might probably got a great shot because they're helping on those penetrations a little bit more. But just staying aggressive. That's the mindset that you have. You got to stay aggressive and see the gaps and go strong to the rim when you can. If not, we're just in taking great shots. Doesn't have to be all at the rim. Just take great shots.
And what do you want to do with McBride? I mean, that's the best she's shot the ball.
Yeah, well, I mean, we didn't guard her. I mean, pretty great shooter like that. It was in transition. We didn't switch out onto her, and she doesn't need much space. So, we've got to be locked in and, you got to play in their space as much as they can. You're still a team defender, but she's the one that you don't want to make sure we get in 3. Like, number one for us, we need to protect the paint a little bit better than we did in that first game. They're going to post us up a lot. Obviously, that's how they play. But McBride, we've just got to, limit the transition, limit the, the lack of talk and overhelp where you're giving her an open look and make it hard for her.
Okay. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
We're going to finish up with one more from Alex Simon.
Yeah, Sandy, just one more. Obviously, Kia comes into you guys, and then as soon as Sandy leaves, the role kind of changes and you guys ask a bit from her. Find more shots from her. Is that where are you kind of seeing where she's kind of fitting in now that Diana's back and you guys are trying to work through this week?
Yeah, look, I've just got to say, she's just got to, she knows the difference between a good shot, and just get open, keep moving, get into the gaps as much as we can. Maybe running a play for her here and there so she knows that's, an opportunity for her to get open here. She's got to stay aggressive. We know she's going to start making shots, and that's going to help us go to that next level because we talked about getting 4 players in double figures. That's when, most teams are the most effective, and we're no different in that regard. but she's got to get it. And it's hard, you know, getting to your head a little bit. You got to just block it out. And I just said, focus on what you can control, and that's defense and that, and just making sure preparing to shoot. You know, don't worry about the result right now. Let's worry about the process, you know, be process driven.
All right. Thanks for the time, Sandy. Good luck.
Thank you.